Hey guys, so today I was going to do a little vlog because I'm feeling a little bit lazy and don't really feel like typing it because I just feel that I can get it across better in a video than in writing. So this past weekend I had a bit of a family party because I was blessed with meeting some of my family from England. It's my dad's cousin, his name's Peter, and his brother actually lives in Newmarket near my aunt. So unfortunately we don't get to see them, but with Peter being over, he brought his niece Amanda with him, and they came to my aunt's and we had a great time. Barbecue, just talking, and my dad and my aunt had about 15 years to catch up on with Peter, so I'm sure they did quite a bit. And I'm not really sure how you'd say I'm related to them, because I know Amanda is my dad's second cousin, because it's a cousin's child, but I'm just going to call them cousins for lack of a better term, but they're probably second or third cousins with maybe a removal or some nonsense like that. I don't understand once you get past cousins. It gets just a little too complicated for me. But I know I've stumbled across it on the internet, but that's besides the point. So we were just getting to know each other, and it was funny because when Amanda first met us, my family, well, not all of them, but some of them just like, they'll shake your hand, no big deal. I'm a hugger, and apparently that's a family trait, because when Amanda introduced herself to everyone, she's like, I'm sorry, I have to give you a hug. So I practically leaps into her arms because, like I said, I'm a huggy person too, so I think she was a little taken aback by that because my other cousins were kind of just like, okay, but that's whatever. So yeah, we just had some really good conversation. She has a little girl, so we saw some pictures of her. Her name is Erica. She's absolutely adorable. She's 4 or 4.5, somewhere in there, but she's a cutie. She didn't get to come because she had a bit of a meltdown because apparently she has a dairy allergy and she wanted a piece of cheese, and she doesn't quite understand that she's not supposed to have cheese, so she was actually at the cousin who lives in Newmarket's house, and her Amanda's sister came up and just watched her along with her Nana and Papa. But next time we see her, she said she'll bring Erica, because she's actually from North Bay, so she was also in town to see Peter and to see her parents, and then bring Peter up to North Bay with her for the rest of the week. So I don't know what else to say. Like, it was just really nice to talk to them. I've seen Peter or heard Peter over Skype, because my dad is in connection with a lot of our family overseas there, and I've talked more fluently with one of his other cousins who was going to try and come over for my grandmother's funeral earlier this month actually, but couldn't because she is a special ed teacher. She works with autistic kids, so the board wouldn't give her time off to come over, which was kind of sad, but they sent flowers, which are pretty, and also you guys have seen them if you were on my site because they were the inspiration for some of my makeup looks. I still rather have a couple of those looks to go, but haven't really had time because I am finishing up my summer school class this week actually. Well, the class finished last week, my exam's on Friday, so I'm a little bit slow on studying. I don't really feel like it for some reason. It's probably just because the weather is so nice. But yeah, so back to the weekend. Apparently, I've heard this before. People you don't see very often pick up on traits that people who see you a lot don't actually notice. So some of my mannerisms and such, my dad's cousin Peter actually said reminded him a lot of his daughter Jessica, who, funny enough, is a history teacher over in the UK, and that's one of my subjects for teaching that I want to get into. So apparently that's something that runs deep in the family. And unlike her, she has a photographic memory apparently, and I am so jealous of that. Just not even just for the history aspect, just of like in general, because that would just save me so much trouble, so much. I could just read things once and be stuck in my head, and then I get amazing on everything. But that's just the way things are. But also apparently, obviously because we don't have accents, but people in the UK have accents. So coming over, we do have an accent to them. But apparently, a compliment to me was I don't have the annoying Canadian accent that my cousin Peter has heard from other Canadians. And so it was funny because he was just like, oh, I like how you don't have the, I don't know if you said I liked my Canadian accent or how we phrased it, but I was like, thank you, not that I really notice it. And he's just like, well, to me, you have one. He's like, but you don't have that nasally, like, ah! And I was just like, oh, that's a good thing. But I'm sure I have some friends who would say I do have quite a high-toned voice, which I'm not denying, but if you heard his impression of what he calls high tone, you'd probably laugh. But something he told my dad, which my dad didn't tell me till later, was that he heard a bit of an English twang in my voice, and it's probably just because I like English TV shows. BBC is a great station. TVO for Canadians, so Channel 2 on most the cable. They have a lot of English shows. So does 61, I believe. Anyways, I was always raised watching English TV shows with my grandmother and my dad, mostly my nana. And so I guess there's just some words that I put a twist on, and then if I'm around people who have accents, I add little things here and there. But sometimes I feel like because I'm around someone and I do an accent that they might find it insulting, even though it's pretty dead on. But some people that I know think they do a really good English accent. Well, probably a London accent for anyone who is from the UK, because obviously England doesn't have one accent. It's like my dad says, you go 20 miles in any direction, you will get a new accent. But they are terrible, terrible. They think they're so good, and I'm like, can you please stop insulting my accent with that knockoff? Oh my god, it drives me crazy, but that's not the point. But anyway, so that's kind of all I had to say. I have calamari in front of me, tempting me. It was from leftovers. My dad and I went out for dinner last night for Father's Day, which was nice. A little bit of a wait, and we actually lost each other because there was a bit of wait. I had a beeper, and I went outside to wait for him, and because I thought he has to park far away, because we go to a restaurant in Port Credit called Snug Harbor, which I've been going to for like 13 or 14 years now. And in the summer, it's always a nightmare to park because people who just go around the pier and the area will park in their parking lot because it's free parking. And there's a yacht club's parking beside, but most of the time you have to pay to park there. And so I thought my dad was going to have to like park out in like the boonies. And so I went outside to wait for him. And I was calling him like, where is he? I could not find him. It was like 10, 15, 20 minutes later. And so finally the buzzer rang. I was like, alright. So I went inside, and there he was, standing there. I was like, how did you get in there? So, yeah. So we enjoyed our dinner, and it's mocking me now because I don't want to eat and talk to you guys at the same time because I'm not sure you really want to see food in my mouth. But if you want to go to my website or my Facebook page, Live Life Your Way, you will see the look of the day, which is rocker-esque. My post is called Inner Badass, I guess because I'm feeling a little rebellious and not wanting to study. But just a little quick view of things. I have my hair, I did 3 little braids. And my poof is not as big because I had a shower today, so it's all, my hair is really light and fluffy and it's kind of falling out. Just kept this side down. Well, there's some on the other side too. But so put some nice bright red earrings on for a splash of color. Same on my lips. I did a really light gray on my lids and just smoked out some black underneath, and then just put some mascara on. Alright. And then I have this mesh crop top in silver and gray, well, silver and gray, black and gray, a little plain black tee, and in the post you'll see I had PVC or leather leggings on, but because I'm going to work, those aren't the greatest things to wear for me to work. I don't even know if my management would let me wear them, but that's okay. So I just traded them for a pair of black skinny jeans from Urban Behavior. You can get the list of stuff, like where it's all from, on the link or on my site under fashion. I hope you guys have a great day and get your inner badass on. Bye guys. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to hear your feedback, guys. Any requests you have, I did get some emails and some survey results for my site about some makeup looks. So I'm going to have some Katy Perry looks, some J-Lo looks, and some Nicki Minaj looks, because y'all can't make up your mind which one you like more. So tomorrow I'll be filming a look from Katy Perry's new video, Last Friday Night, which is stuck in my head, and I think it's a great song. So check that out.